Greg, obviously we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
And a look at the starters for San Antonio. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Johnson is out there at DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anderson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And it's not everybody who needs hops to finish at the rim. Valanciunas just needs to be an arm's length of the bucket to throw it down.
And where Brooks seemed to have carved out a niche, GA, his consistency from range and from the line.
Kev, if you can space the floor and hit your free throws, you're going to be in the rotation. Brooks really came into his own last season. And the more he refines his shot selection, the more valuable he becomes to this team.
Here's Anderson after the basket by San Antonio. Shot clock at 5. Brooks with no one around. And it's the rebound. Here's Valanciunas. Misses off the left iron.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Here's Johnson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Spurs shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And he knocks down the first one. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against the Nets. Back to Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Walker against Valanciunas. On the wing, DeRozan. Stolen by Anderson. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Allen against Walker. Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Well, he's so good around the basket that he doesn't really need to throw it down, but sometimes Aldridge just has to take advantage of it.
It's Brooks on the wing. Inside. Here's Valanciunas. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
The first free throw is good.
Boy, Valanciunas, a mountain of a man, a solid big guy who scores well and provides a lot of length and muscle inside.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Valanciunas hits them both. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Mills. And Valanciunas pulls it down.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Outside, Jones. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. In transition, here come the Spurs. Mills has got the ball. Here's Vassell. Buries the long-range jumper.
And when Pirtle sees a guy on his team open, he finds him right away, whipping that pass there directly.
Now the pass to Melton. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Jakob Poeltl. The Grizzlies shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for your Grizzlies.
And he makes the first. And Memphis making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Mills, that's a 2-pointer, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
And last season, big man Gorgie Jang with a huge lead in 3-point attempts. Had about as many in one season as he had in the 6 years prior in his career.
You know, Greg, I always liked his shooting mechanics and touch going back to college. It was just a matter of him extending the range, and now that he knows he can do it, I think he'll continue to do more of it.
Now here's Jones after the miss from Jakob Poeltl. Back to Jones. Five to shoot. Clark outside. Back to Jones. Takes a 3. No good that time. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They traveled to Memphis last time they faced the Grizzlies and came away with a win.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
To the left wing. Melton passes to Jones. And again, Memphis no good. It's a tie game in Memphis. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Memphis. Gorgie Dang is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Jones. And it's Melton in at the 2. Mills can't hit. And here are the Grizzlies now. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Jang inside, defended by Pirtle. Over to the left wing. Pocket 6. Pass to Melton. Beyond the arc. Here's Jang. They get the rebound. Memphis moving that ball around. Melton passes to Jang. Here's Melton. Shoots over DeRozan. Here's Jang. And DeRozan sends it back.
Anytime DeRozan can come up for the block, gets the whole team energized.
It's good on the putback. DeRozan's got the lead up to 2 now for San Antonio.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Knocked loose. To the wing right side. Bain. Here's Jang. On the wing, Jones. Pass to Melton. To the paint. In transition. Here come the Spurs. Here's Gay. That's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Out to the wing. Pass to Melton. And here's Jones. Clark outside. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jang, no luck.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
That one falls. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. So Memphis ends up going with the new group, and they're pushing it up. DeRozan gets the bucket. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
That one goes. Count it.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Anderson. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. And Lonnie Walker picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They grab their own miss, and Anderson kicks to Valanciunas. And there's the pass to Morant to stop the drought. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Valanciunas, good.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
And Walker throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Snatched up. He feeds it to Brooks. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Aldridge.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of neat to see Aldridge take on more of a leadership role. He's somebody the younger guys can look up to.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Now here's Morant. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. For three, that shot is off. Valanciunas finds Brooks. To the middle. Second chance shot. Here's Valanciunas. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 10-point lead.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the 2K Sport. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got DeJounte Murray. DeRozan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Johnson, and it's Walker in at the 2-guard spot. Valanciunas dishes to Brooks. Back to Valanciunas. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Over in the corner, Allen. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That'll be his second foul of the game. Allen surveying the D. And Valanciunas kicks to Allen. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Takes the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Allen's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. The Spurs shooting at a decent 44% clip here.
And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that #2 overall pick. Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Allen, that's good. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the 3-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him. And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Morant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, Brooks. That shot off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Walker. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Brandon Clark comes in for Kyle Anderson. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. Jones, no luck.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
To the inside. The kick out to Walker. Over Clark. Here's Pirtle. Gay outside. Pass to Vassell. Mills looking it over. The kick out to Walker. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Valanciunas is checked in for the Grizzlies. And San Antonio also making a switch. Aldridge is checked in. There's 1:47 left in the third quarter of the game. Jones, the pass to Melton. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Gay with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Walker dishes to Pirtle. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Clark, the pass to Valanciunas. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Valanciunas has got 16.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pirtle uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Really amazing body control by Pirtle, just taking the hit head on and finishing through the contact. I love it.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And the Spurs with possession. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Fast break Memphis. Jones is running. Clark with a wide open look. No good on the 3. Spurs leading by 7. Walker goes in. Over Jones. Walker's shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Back to Clark. Feeds to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And every team loves getting a night like this out of their big man. Valanciunas is the biggest lion in the Serengeti.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Mills dishes to Aldridge. Chalk up 2 there. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Clark, and Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Outside, Walker. Passes to Mills. Back to Walker. Wow. And we've reached the end of the third. Spurs out in front. They're up by 5. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Brandon Clark is out there with Anderson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Melton. Valanciunas passes to Melton. Anderson kicks to Morant. Back to Anderson. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Melton. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Murray. Outside, Walker. Back to DeRozan. Murray outside. Johnson dishes to DeRozan. From deep, Walker. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas is... Clark, the pass to Anderson. Out to Morant. Back to Anderson. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Clark against DeRozan. Clark dishes to Valanciunas, and he lays it straight in. Valanciunas has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Spurs leading by 3. And here is Aldridge. Unloads from 9, and it's San Antonio with another.
Boy, this is as skilled an inside scorer as you're going to see, folks. I mean, Aldridge has a lot of post moves.
Anderson passes to Valanciunas. Clark outside. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Johnson from outside. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Clark up top. DeRozan defending. Valanciunas inside. Working on Walker. Now here's Valanciunas. Valanciunas can't get that one to fall. And oh, here we go. DeRozan, nobody back. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You can't be overly aggressive with DeRozan. I mean, the second he senses and feels that you are, he'll take advantage of it.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. Some changes for Memphis. Brooks comes in for Clark. And Allen subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Mills is checked in.
It's understandable that DeRozan was hurt when the Raptors traded him. He used it, though, in a positive way to motivate himself to playing at a high level in San Antonio.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And, guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Left side, DeRozan. The feed to Aldridge. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And here's Johnson outside. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And he is unable to get the second one. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 4. Good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Here's Anderson. Yes! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with him.
And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
The defense needs to be just as sharp, but it's not over yet.
Allen finds Morant. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Johnson, wide open. He fires. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Here's Allen. Oh, off target.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Two shots.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And Allen drops them both.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. The score knotted at 45. 3 seconds left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. And the Spurs start out with the ball. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Kyle Anderson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball is right there.
Back to Mills. It's Gay on the wing. The pass to DeRozan. He dishes it to Aldridge. Back to DeRozan. Good on the shot. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Turning up the temperature on his intensity that time. DeRozan getting it done in the big-time moments.
And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Johnson comes in for Rudy Gay. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Out to Morant. And stolen by Murray. Aldridge with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. Johnson right side. DeRozan dishes to Walker. Back to DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
Well, you look at DeRozan's game, and he's a powerful finisher. That's really one of the main staples of his attack.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant outside. Kicks it out to Allen. On the wing, Brooks. Here's Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
And how about Valanciunas coming through here? When it's a big possession, giving it to him is a great idea.
DeRozan, good on the bucket.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Here's Valanciunas. The kick out to Anderson. Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep. Valanciunas passes to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Kicks it out to Johnson. The dish now to Aldridge. Back to Johnson from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lets the 3 fly. Aldridge misses. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here's Allen. This one for 3. Brooks misses.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
But he recovers it. For three, Murray can't connect. And so it's the Spurs with the win. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT...
All right, David, thank you.
Today we are joined
for the land of the free.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy DA. It's
well, Kevin, and
thanks, David. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Thursday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Now, a look at Memphis's starting group. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Brooks in at the 3. And for the Suns, Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Memphis on defense. And it's Paul missing. Now here's Allen. Anderson outside. Back to Allen. Morant outside. Brooks right side. Three-pointer. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Suns. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
Great positioning on the putback.
Great effort level on the glass as Bridges is in there mixing it up.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Passes it to Allen. And taken away by Paul. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
A great instincts of Paul there. Solid at creating havoc in the open court and then coming up with the steal.
And here are the Grizzlies with it. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And it could have been a lot closer than it was down the stretch, though. They were terrific.
Yeah, that really was the difference. When it came down to crunch time, There was just no let-up. They made sure to finish strong and not allow any chance for the opponent to come back.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by John Morant. Shot from free throw range. Not enough on that one as it misses.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Valanciunas finds Brooks. Pass to Allen. Bridges against Brooks. Just 4 to shoot. And Anderson has it in the corner. Offensive rebound. Here's Valanciunas. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. So for the Suns, Johnson, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Payne in for Paul. Memphis also making some changes. Brandon Clark comes in for Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Allen. And we know the story, Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun, getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals.
Now Booker following the miss by DeAndre Ayton from deep. Crowder from outside. And again, it's the Suns missing. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. 56 seconds left to play here in the first. Now Morant. Down low. Here's Valanciunas. Can't connect from short range. Payne dishes to Ayton. Knocks it loose. And he jams it with authority.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens. Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And so Ayton will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 2. The putback, and Ayton stays with it.
Ayton's so big inside, he turns a miss into an opportunity.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Here's Melton. 1 second left. That one's not going to go. It's all tied in Phoenix. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And a tremendous offensive catalyst, Chris Paul recently talked about the defensive side.
First and foremost, we just got to...
Spoken like a future head coach, Greg.
And when it comes to closing, CP3 wants to leave nothing to chance.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
We've got Payne. Johnson is out there with Jones. Then there's Carter. And it's Galloway in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. To the left side wing. Melton passes to Jang.
It's an awkward pass to try to make on the interior.
Payne with it. Jones covering. Payne's shot is good. And so it's Memphis with it. 4-point game. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. In the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Tries again, and it's laid in by Jang. Jang's got his first basket of the night.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here is Carter. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Clark in the corner. Back to Jones. Pass to Melton. Bain. And the 3 off target. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Carter, the pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Outside, Jones. Clark, the pass to Melton. Back to Clark. 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. He feeds it to Galloway. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Galloway has got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns. His leads have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Clark against Johnson. Clark right side. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Galloway, the putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 4.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Allen outside, launches it. Here's Jang. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the night. Phoenix making some changes. Ayton, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. And it's Devin Booker in for Langston Galloway. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Memphis. Ja Morant comes in for Jones. Now here's Ayton. And stolen by Jang. And now it's Allen. Running. He can go all the way. Valanciunas against Ayton. And here's Valanciunas. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
I also thought he did a tremendous job in terms of timing in that game, swatting away some shots. Ended up with 3 blocks in that game.
Just 5 to shoot.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
For Memphis, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Anderson, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the half. On the wing, Booker. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
And so Brooks will bring it up for Memphis. Morant looking around. There's the pass to Allen. Brooks with it. Morant outside. And here's Anderson from the arc. Can't hit that one. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Grizzlies lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Jonas. Good first half for you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. Looking at the second quarter scoring. And that's all we have for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Kyle Anderson is out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Valanciunas in at the center. And Ayton stays with it.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
To the wing on the left. Anderson passes to Valanciunas. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. The Suns leading.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a walking double-double. This guy has a huge physical advantage on the nights that he's playing other bigs, whether that's by his size or his ability to run the floor. And if he comes out with an aggressive mentality, he could really punish some teams throughout the course of a regular season.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Melton's checked in. And some think that Ayton has a chance to be in a class with some of the great big men we've seen, be it Ewing or Robinson, Hakeem. I mean, those are very lofty standards. Brent, how does he get there?
It's a great question. I think when you talk about it, Kevin, you got to look at the defensive end. And those names that you just mentioned on a nightly basis were a force behind anybody on the perimeter. When they came into that house, it was defended. If Ayton gets there, he's got a big opportunity.
The kick out to Anderson. Back to Valanciunas. Some solid defense from Ayton.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
The Grizzlies trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He gets that one.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Suns have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Back to Paul. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. On the wing, Booker. Here's Bridges over Brooks. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
No good from Valanciunas.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 5.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Passes it to Melton. Up top, Valanciunas. Pass to Melton. Clock at 4. And it's good. 2 points. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Shoots from the high post, and that one hits back iron. Ayton. Paul kicks to Crowder. Out left to the wing. Back to Booker. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant passes to Melton. Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Bridges. It's Crowder on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. Fires the 3. The kick out to Crowder from deep. Here's Ayton. The second effort. That one misses. Nice D from Valanciunas. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Brooks has got the ball. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Phoenix ahead, up by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Suns, we've got Carter. Jones is out there with Johnson. Then it's Payne, and it's Galloway in at the 3 slot. The rebound by Anderson. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Allen inside, defended by Carter. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Clark.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Johnson with it. Jones covering. One-on-one here to take the lead. Johnson with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
On the basket by Jones. And the Suns lead by 3.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
The kick out to Anderson. Left side Jones. Nobody near Allen. Another shot, and there's the play by Anderson inside.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Payne passes to Jones. And Jones sends it back, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Mikal Bridges checked in for the Suns. Devin Booker comes in for Carter. Here's Jones. With the fadeaway. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now here's Jones. Six on the shot clock. Here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
And the pass to Booker. Back to Payne. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Booker able to finish.
That's why Devin Booker has the ball for moments just like that.
And so Allen will bring it up for Memphis. They trail by 3. Anderson wide open. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Payne. Outside, Jones. Back to Payne. The 3. Jones finds Booker. Free throw line jump shot. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Such a creative scorer as Devin Booker. Look at him just checking out the options and scoring that time.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Suns, DeAndre Ayton comes in for Damian Jones. And Chris Paul subbed in for Payne. Anderson outside. Right wing. Booker against Allen. Back to Anderson. Allen dishes to Anderson. Over Johnson. The Grizzlies with another miss. Suns leading by 5. And Booker kicks to Paul. Back to Booker. To the middle. Here's Ayton. That's good from Booker on the assist by Ayton.
Every time he gets going like this, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
And the rejection by Ayton. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Jay Crowder's checked in for Johnson. Morant outside. Back to Brooks. Memphis moving it around. 5 on the clock. And it's Morant missing. They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
Kicks to Valanciunas. Morant with it. He's picked up by Paul. And stolen by Ayton. Fast break. Here come the Suns. A nice shot by Booker. And now it's a 9-point Phoenix lead.
Chris Paul came into the league playing unselfish, continues to do so. What a dime.
Allen passes to Morant. Drops in the layup for 2.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
So the Suns win it, probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch.
Thank you, David. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. And the starting group for the Spurs. DeRozan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Johnson. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. And Crowder is it in.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
And Doris, Mikal Bridges, how about 2 national titles in the 3 seasons at Villanova? Got better each and every year.
And think about in his junior season, he becomes one of only 8 major conference players in college basketball history to average 1 block and 1.5 steals while also shooting over 40% from 3-point range. Boy, that is the perfect resume for a 3-and-D wing.
Bridges against Walker. Goes up with it again. Aldridge can't get it to go. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Bridges finds 8. Ball outside. Crowder from outside. Offensive rebound. And Ayton stays with it.
Well, we're talking about a big-time rebounder. DeAndre Ayton's timing, excellent.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Johnson. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. It's Crowder on the wing. Booker against Walker. Fires high post. No good from Booker. The Spurs have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. To the paint. And he banks in the layup.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Now, here's Walker. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. The pass to Murray. They double him with Booker. Aldridge can't get it to go. The Suns have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Fires the 3. No good from Booker.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Back to Murray. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's DeRozan.
I'll tell you, there might not be anyone in the league who enjoys a nice opportunity to send it in as DeMar DeRozan. How about the bounce in his step?
Ayton inside. Working on Walker. Ayton, the pass to Crowder. Over Johnson. Back to Crowder. Just 5 on the clock. Inside. Here's Ayton. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And they double up DeRozan. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And the Spurs with possession here. 54 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Johnson. No good on the triple. Phoenix leading by 10. For 3, Booker. The offensive rebound. Ayton. Paul against DeRozan. Another one falls for Phoenix.
and the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And Aldridge, the basket on the assist from DeRozan.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Shoots, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Murray, the pass to Johnson. From deep. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Phoenix Suns up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has... And a tremendous offensive catalyst. Chris Paul recently talked...
First and foremost, we just got to do better.
Spoken like a future head coach, Greg.
And when it comes to closing, CP3 wants to leave nothing to chance.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
On the court right now for the Spurs, you've got Jakob Poeltl. Rudy Gay is out there with Lyles. And it's Mills. And it's Vassell in at the 2 guard. Johnson finds Carter. Pass to Galloway. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. Here's Johnson. Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And we can talk all we want about their passes, but from 3-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. You look at Mills, 3rd in the NBA. He's someone that if you leave him alone, he's going to knock it down.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
You know, and having that element of long-range shooting ability makes them a tough puzzle for defenders to solve. You know, it's an invaluable asset for a point guard, and these players have it in a big-time way.
Jones kicks to Galloway. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now Payne. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Puts one up from 19. Goes back up. Jones. Pass to Payne. Here's Galloway. Covered by Mills. A 3-pointer, no good. Spurs trail by 14. Here's Vassell. It's good. Vassell's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Passes to Carter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Galloway. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Yeah, and I just like the show of force there from Gay. Not settling for the simple layup, but showing his dominance, trying to intimidate with that slam.
Phoenix, no good that time either. The Spurs have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And Mills in the NBA for over a decade now, GA, but he still has incredible speed that's key to his game.
And Kevin, with Mills, that end-to-end speed doesn't get shown off too often. In the half court, though, he does a great job of creating looks for himself, accelerates off of screens, can still leave a defender in the dust when he turns it on.
On the wing, Johnson. Out to the right wing. A 3-ball. Here's Jones. Out to Carter. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Lyles. Here's San Antonio now. They're on a 10-2 run here. To the left wing. Poeltl, the pass to Vassell. Back to Pirtle. And the pass to Vassell. They get it again. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Pirtle.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
To the inside. It's stolen by Lyles. And here's the break. Feeds it to Mills. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And now it's just a 4-point Suns lead.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
That one a little long.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Shots good by Lyles.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Johnson outside. Out to Payne. 6 to shoot. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip-in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal. Phoenix had no problems getting going. A smoldering performance for them early. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, Seth.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Now, in the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. Setting the floor for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Ayton is out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. Can't hit from 12.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
DeRozan finds Murray. Now here's Johnson, defended by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Crowder with the ball. Kept alive. The second chance effort. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. DeRozan passes to Murray. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Out left to the wing. San Antonio again turning it over. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
Tries again. Out to DeRozan. Looking for Crowder. He gets it there. Bridges with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Stolen by Walker. It's Aldridge, high post. Gets the bucket and the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw of the night. And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And what a tremendous career for LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, so many double-doubles. A rim protector, makes plays for others. Man, the list goes on.
And stolen by Murray. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. That one misses. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Booker looking around. Right at the free throw line. That one wide left.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Back to DeRozan. Here's Johnson. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Murray. DeRozan in the corner. Bridges with the steal. Paul dishes to Booker. Left side, Crowder. Aldridge against Paul. Booker outside. Here's the teardrop. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Spurs have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Payne comes in for Chris Paul. The Spurs also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Johnson. It's Mills in for Lonnie Walker. Looking to end his cold spell. Good on the bucket. Booker's got 8 points.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
Back to DeRozan. Pass to Poeltl. Here's Mills. And stolen by Payne. And now the Suns, a fast break. Johnson for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Poeltl's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And finished off by DeRozan.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. Jones is checked in. Out to DeRozan for the lead. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now here's Payne. Defense is right there. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Murray against Booker. On the wing, DeRozan. Drops in the layup for 2. DeRozan's got the lead up to 2 now for San Antonio.
Boy, this guy's so quick with the ball in his hands. DeRozan's acceleration makes him effective.
Payne. Yes, that goes in. Payne's got his first bucket of the night.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And the dunk by Poeltl.
Well, I know he doesn't have to get too high to slam it home, but it doesn't take away from the force and the message sent on the dunk.
And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Spurs out in front, up by 2. We'll take a quick break, then get you back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the floor for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Johnson is out there with Mills, and it's DeRozan in at small forward. Johnson, that's for 2. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Shoots from 12. Gay with the block.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away with those big hands. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Free throw good, Mills. So for the Suns, Ayton, he's checked in for Damian Jones. And it's Bridges in for Johnson. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for the Spurs.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Booker. Second chance shot. Ayton kicks to Booker. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so Aldridge will bring it up for the Spurs. 4-point game. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Back to Mills. Now the dish to Aldridge. And here's Walker outside. No good. And Phoenix the other way now. And stolen by Aldridge. And yes, it's good. And the Spurs lead by 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Suns shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Booker outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Boy, sloppy play. A supreme lack of focus. That's 4 turnovers for him now.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And the team has gotten it done here in spite of his performance. Still 0 from the field.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
They grab their own miss. Count that one.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
Suns trail by 8. Booker outside. Over Aldridge. A nice shot by Booker.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Unloads from 13. The rebound by the Spurs.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The Spurs making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. And here's Mills for 3. The kick out to Walker. Outside DeRozan. Off target with his 3. The Suns have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the 1 make. The shot's good from Paul.
If anything, you know you can count on Chris Paul to deliver in the clutch. He is so competitive, so tough.
Suns trail by 4. Fast break, here come the Suns. The kick out to Crowder. On the wing, Booker. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Spurs. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And finished off by Walker.
Well, this is where DeMar DeRozan proves he is the real deal. Not only a skilled scorer, skilled at finding his teammates as well.
Paul can't get it to go.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Back to Walker. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. For Phoenix, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this 4th quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. This is it to Bridges. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's Ayton. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
But DeAndre Ayton is engaged, he's focused, and he delivers a clutch bucket.
Walker against Booker. Aldridge. Misses in close.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
40 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Paul. It's rebounded by Aldridge. On offense, here are the Spurs. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to DeRozan. Walker in the corner. Jacks up a 3. Second shot opportunity. And it's Aldridge missing. And here's Booker from the arc. Here's Bridges. It falls!
Well, I think effort might be the calling card of Mikal Bridges. This guy is willing to hit the offensive glass. All about how much do you want it.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris.
assistant said Greg Popovich.
That's a terrific story. David, thank you. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. And for the Spurs, DeRozan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. Then it's Johnson. And it's Walker in at the 2 guard. Now here's Morant. Allen outside. Shot clock at 6. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Allen's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Memphis. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for San Antonio.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, and both tough. And you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish. I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young Ja.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Allen. Valanciunas in the high post. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Murray with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Murray against Morant. Murray, no good.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
To the middle, here's Valanciunas.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings, a selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
And Walker kicks to Johnson. Aldridge, great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The pass to Anderson, and stolen by Aldridge. Here's Walker, and finished off by Walker.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
Anderson outside. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Here's Murray. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. And it's Johnson that time on the assist by Murray. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Now here's Morant. Clock at 6. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Valanciunas, good. 1:07 left to play here in the first. Walker against Allen. Walker the pass to Johnson. Stolen by Brooks. Down low. Passes it to Valanciunas. Back to Anderson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Look, I mean, he's looking more active there. When Kyle Anderson forces the issue, it makes the defense get aggressive.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jang, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Brooks. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. And Jones subbed in for Morant. Now here's Gay. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And his impact wasn't just on offense. He played great deep, blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Jones, the pass to Anderson. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
I like seeing Anderson look to capitalize from there, showing that nice soft touch on that shot.
Back to Mills. Takes a 3. He's off on that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Memphis out in front. They lead by 1. Live from the close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
We've got Mills. Trey Lyles out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Vassell in at the 2. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. San Antonio shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Now here's Jones. Bain from outside off the mark. San Antonio leading. Here's Vassell. And Clark over to help. Lyles no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's off to Boston for him after this game as they take on the Celtics. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Gay scanning before. Back to Lyles. Fires for 3. San Antonio again missing. And for Memphis, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Some solid defense from Gay. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And here's Mills. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Vassell, the pass to Lyles. And here's Mills from the arc. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Clark into the lane. He feeds it to Jang. It's tipped. Mills with the steal. Rudy Gay on the wing. Fires from deep. Spurs working now with a new shot clock. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the way Poeltl uses his 7-foot frame, so skilled in how he earns calls on his way up with the shot.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Here's Melton. Poeltl with the double team. Kicks it out to Jones. Jang inside, defended by Poeltl. 3 on the clock. Here's Melton. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
DeRozan for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Last time they met was in Memphis.
Yeah, and they got beat last time these two teams met, and really free throws were the story.
And Jang gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Poeltl, and stolen by Jang. Bain, he's covered by Gay. Kicks it out to Jones. 1:57 left in the second quarter. Out to the wing, to the paint. Bain. Here's Jang. And Pirtle pulls it down. Spurs trail by 3. Mills passes to DeRozan. Here's Gay. Pass to Mills. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jang's got 4 rebounds in this game. .11 left to play here in the second quarter. Inside, Clark, the pass to Jang. And finished off by Jang.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Gay against Jang. Pass to Vassell. Latre. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Shots good by Mills.
And when Pirtle sees one of his guys wide open, he whips it his way. He's all for doing what's best for the team.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Jang. Here's Melton. Back to Jang. Melton passes to Clark. The fader. No good that time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to Dave. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the... For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They ended the period holding on to a slim 1 point. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, Seth.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game for Jonas Valanciunas.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Dylan Brooks out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in its center. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Allen. Oh, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
To the inside. It's deflected. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Out to Brooks. Back to Allen. Anderson against DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson's shot is off. And Walker's got the ball here for the Spurs. It's a 5-point game.
And add Valanciunas to the list of traditional bigs who are trying to stretch out their games. Last year, he shot more threes per contest than in any other season. And he actually hit them in a decent clip.
Johnson can't get it to go. The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Allen surveying the D. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
And even though Valanciunas has added the 3-ball to his game, his value to this team really lies elsewhere.
But yeah, Jay, he better know where his bread is buttered and stay in his lane, because no question, he's there to be a space eater. Look, think about it. He gives you high-level rebounding, efficient scoring inside. But if he wants more minutes on the floor, the improved jump shot is key for him.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Basket counts. Morant's got his second basket.
Much more than just a perimeter threat. Morant loves to sneak inside and do damage.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And Valanciunas penetrating. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
Morant against Murray. And finished off by Morant.
That's what a point guard with length gives you. I mean, Morant is built perfectly for the modern game.
From deep three-point range, and Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant dishes to Valanciunas. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Morant passes to Clark. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his third assist on the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their fifth consecutive make in the paint.
Aldridge. Johnson kicks to Gay. And they call an illegal screen here.
That screen. And checking out the numbers for Ja Morant. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points a game, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And he does so much for this team, but it starts with the way he leads the offense.
Yeah, he's willing to take on the scoring load, and he's more than capable of delivering.
San Antonio making a switch here. Pirtle's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Jones is checked in, lays it up off the glass. Jones has got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
To the middle. Here's Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
And there's the pass to Melton. Back to Jones. Gay against Brooks. It's good. Brooks has got his first basket of the night.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson outside. Back to Mills. For the three. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And this guy is a gamer. Brooks, I mean, you have to admire how competitive he is, even amongst aggressive coverage.
And so it's Memphis, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Johnson is out there with Mills. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Gay in at the small forward. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Oh, my goodness. The speed of Gay is overwhelming for many defenders. He really uses both his size and his quickness in transition extremely well.
Passes it to Melton. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Here's Brooks. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The three from Mills. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. And taken away by Johnson. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Gay passes to Mills. The three. They get the rebound.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. The feed to Valanciunas. It's stolen by Johnson. And a fast break now for the Spurs. On up the court. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Oh, man, and the muscle of Gay is insane. He just gets some hard shots to fall despite the obvious contact.
A different look now for San Antonio. DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Walker comes in for Johnson. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Anderson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Morant comes in for Melton. Here's Morant. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Spurs trail by 10. Outside, Walker. Gay in the corner. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
From deep. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And I love how Aldridge uses his size to hold his own against defenders and just routinely scores up over the top.
Brooks with no one around. Misses the three. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Trailing here by 8. And here's Gay outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. San Antonio making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Memphis leading by 8. Inside, here's Valanciunas. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you are involved in more facets of the game.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. Tries again. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy, and he makes the defense feel uneasy out there.
D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for the Grizzlies. Valanciunas hits them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the right side. Walker dishes to DeRozan. Murray outside. Stolen by Anderson. And now the fast break. Anderson with the ball. Rebounded by the Spurs. got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Walker with a clean look.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Memphis.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Valanciunas.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
To the paint. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Anderson kicks to Morant. To the wing right side. Launches a three. The shot no good. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and we've got Steve Smith, and we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Kevin, Devin.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Tuesday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the 1. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Kyle Anderson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Morant drives in. That one falls. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
The kick out to Anderson. Back to Allen. 5 to shoot. Over Booker. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Paul passes to Ayton. Over Valanciunas. A putback. It's good on the putback. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ayton in the high post. Over Valanciunas. And it's Ayton missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Brooks kicks to Valanciunas. And the layup's good off the glass.
When you earn your keep inside, you get used to fighting through contact. Valanciunas getting it done.
Outside Crowder. The putback, and Ayton stays with it.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Allen kicks to Anderson. Brooks outside. Just 5 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Ferocious on the attack. You never have to beg Dylan Brooks to practice hard or play hard.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first one falls. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Clark comes in for Anderson. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Allen. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. And the Suns here with a different look. Damian Jones is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Langston Galloway's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Payne in for Paul.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Mark against Crowder. Jones from outside. They get it back. Here's Jang. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Johnson, the pass to Jones. The Grizzlies on offense. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. That puts them in the lead. For Phoenix, they've gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Payne passes to Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Outside, Jones. He dishes it to Brooks. Back to Jones. This one for three. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. And that one's good. Brooks.
It's funny watching Brooks. He kind of lulls you to sleep, and then he explodes with an aggressive move.
Here's Galloway, and the shot goes in.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Outside, Jones. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Galloway. High post try. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And the basket by Jones. Galloway taking his time here. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Grizzlies lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang, and it's Jones in at the point guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Picked his pocket. Now Clark. He had 16 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. To the inside, Jang. Rebound by the Suns. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Jones dishes to Jang. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jang. Anderson comes in for Brandon Clark. Grayson Allen's checked in for Milton. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. And for the Suns, Bridges, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Devin Booker comes in for Johnson. And Paul's subbed in for Langston Galloway. Bane defended by Booker. Here's Anderson. Oh, that's offensive interference. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Ball passes to Bridges. Goes up to the stripe, and the jumper is on the mark. Bridges has got it all tied up now for Phoenix.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the three and the painted area.
Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
This guy is exciting to watch. Morant gets up and dunks it.
You look back at that 2019 draft, Zion goes 1, Morant goes 2. And with everything we know about them now, could you imagine having to make that choice today?
That is a tough choice, GA. Or even crazier, could you imagine having both of them on your team? The reason why I say that, as amateurs, they played together in South Carolina. Little did they know at the time, they would be the future of this league.
Memphis moving that ball around. Shot clock at 6. Bain. No good on the shot. Now the Suns take it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Love the flush there from Valanciunas, leaving no doubt on that play.
Now here's Booker. A 20-point game for him in the win against Sacramento. Anderson with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. Anderson in the post. Ayton's there. Valanciunas finds Morant. Anderson inside. Defended by Crowder. And the rejection by Ayton.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Brooks checked in for Memphis. Damian Jones is checked in for Phoenix. Payne comes in for Chris Paul. To the left side wing. There's 18 seconds left in the first half.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Eight seconds left here in the second. Morant outside. Here's Jang. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Memphis out in front. They lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is Bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. They're in good position at the half after a second quarter that was dead even in scoring. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis? That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. The lead is 2 on the court for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot.
Well, Morant's awareness in the pick and roll is special. He usually makes the right reads.
Down low, stolen by Brooks. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Allen leading the charge, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Phoenix gets called for the foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
It breaks down your defense when John Morant gets in the lane. You want to force him outside.
Crowder with it. He's picked up by Morant. Goes back up. Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Ayton.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off a pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
The kick out to Crowder, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Jones is checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Johnson comes in for Mikal Bridges. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Booker. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Jones, the pass to Allen. Memphis the rebound. And it's Brooks in the corner. And another miss by Memphis. Suns trail by 6. And here we go. Here's Galloway. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half. Showing good execution on the offensive end.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. The Suns at full strength, able to win some games. He's obviously a huge part of their future.
Here's Galloway, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Now just a 2-point Grizzly lead.
What I like about Langston Galloway, he gets to his spot and he finishes plays.
Jones against Paul. And the basket by Jones.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Pass to Paul. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Paul's got his first basket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
To the inside, here's Valanciunas. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Ayton.
Great use of the pump fake. Smart move by Valanciunas to get himself to the line.
The Grizzlies have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Borgie Dangs checked in for Dylan Brooks. Clark comes in for Anderson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Grayson Allen. And for the Suns, Damian Jones is checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Carter comes in for Langston Galloway. And it's Payne in for Paul. Here's Crowder. Jones. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
To the wing on the left. Crowder with the steal. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's Payne. Hits the front of the rim and out. And Clark has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. A 2-point game. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Suns have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. That evens the score.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
The Grizzlies shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Third team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies. Two shots.
First free throw is good. Ja Morant, he's checked in for Jang. And Phoenix also making a switch. Booker's checked in. And so Jones nails both of them.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jones kicks to Johnson. Payne passes to Booker. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Johnson. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Jones has got the game tied up here for the Suns.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
And it's Morant missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's a tie game in Memphis. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. We've got Dylan Brooks. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark. Then it's Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2-guard spot.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
This is a close-knit group. They feed off one another's energy.
Johnson can't hit.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Brooks finds Valanciunas. Jones against Brooks. Here's Valanciunas, and Jones sends it back. And now the Suns, a fast break. It's tipped.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And that one's good, Morant.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
And finished off by Morant.
Please protect the ball around Ja. He's looking for the steal and opportunity to run.
Payne passes to Bridges. Payne looking around. There's the dish to Jones. Over Valanciunas with the putback. It's good on the putback. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Morant outside and finished off by Morant.
With the ability to beat his defender in a number of ways, Morant is truly a dynamic scorer.
Back to Payne from the arc. Offensive rebound, Jones. Misses from short range. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And a long windup and strong follow through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Booker outside. Beyond the arc. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Here's Johnson, buried from 15 feet out. Johnson's got 4 this quarter. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Morant, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The putback, great positioning on the putback. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
The persistence of Valanciunas paying off in a big way on the glass. He is just a tremendously hard worker.
And that one drops for him.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
Morant passes to Valanciunas, and the dunk by Valanciunas.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention, got his teammate a clean look.
Jones, no one around him. Can't hit from the elbow. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 16-6 run. The pass to Morant. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. And finished off by Morant.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
Jones, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Valanciunas finds Clark. From downtown, that shot misses. And so the Grizzlies take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage. outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big men up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
Aldridge taking his time here. Out to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here's Booker. Shoots from the high post, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
What tremendous instincts as a scorer for Devin Booker. Get in that mid-range game, sir.
Here's Walker. That shot is off. So Phoenix will take it the other way.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract, coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
Back to Paul. 6 to shoot for Murray. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yeah, you have got to be cautious around Chris Paul. He understands how to lean and when to draw contact.
Both free throws good from Paul.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Walker the pass to Aldridge. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
And it's Ayton missing. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now here's Paul. His last outing, he had 8 points. Crowder kicks to Bridges. Over Aldridge. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. Launches it. Phoenix, no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Goes up. That shot, no good. And Phoenix the other way now. Ray, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's Bridges. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing.
That's a shot he makes with regularity, but that time the defense up to the challenge.
Here's Murray. Inside, Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, what a thing of beauty by DeMar DeRozan. His eyes are up. He locates his teammate just so pretty.
Back to Paul. And Booker kicks to Crowder. Knocks it loose. Murray with it. Now guarded by Crowder. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Rebound by the Suns. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Trying to end the drought, and Paul lays it in. 6 points for Chris Paul.
Well, everyone understands Mikal Bridges is a high-level defender and gets the steal, wastes no time getting it into transition.
The shot's good from Paul.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Over to the left wing. Murray for three. Booker pulls it in. And so Booker will bring it up for the Suns. It's a three-point game. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one.
And they dropped the season series to these guys a year ago. Not their proudest moment.
2 on the clock. He got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
Well, with what he does on the offensive end of the floor, you love to see this kind of defensive energy from DeMar DeRozan. Terrific lateral quickness.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me.
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Johnson is out there with Jones. Then there's Carter. Then it's Payne, and it's Galloway in at the three, the small forward. Back to Johnson. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Payne looking around. 4 on the clock. A rebound by the Spurs. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, so close in that one, but that's of no solace to the players. They played their hearts out.
You know what? Sometimes you play a great game and lose. What you hope happens, though, is it toughens them up a bit mentally, and they figure out how to close it out next time.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No
and,
kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, ouch. Payne finds Jones. Back to Payne. Tries it from the top of the key, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. And it's an 8-point Suns lead. And so it's San Antonio with it. Now the pass to Vassell. Stolen by Carter. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Here's Payne. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Payne's got the lead up to 10 now for Phoenix. Payne's gone 2 of 3 from the field. To the middle, here's Mills, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Mills has got his second bucket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now here's Payne, covered by Mills. Clock at 6. They get it back, and Pirtle sends it back.
Very hard to get a shot off over Jakob Pirtle when he's that tight on you. Too much size, too much length.
Nobody near game. No good on the 3. Suns leading by 8. To the paint. Here's Jones. Pass to Payne. Back to Jones. Shot from 12. And that's collected by Gay. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to Purdy. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Carter outside. Pass to Johnson. Outside, Jones. Back to Johnson.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Miles against Jones. There's the pass to Purdy. Gay outside. Here's Vassell. Offline with his 3. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Galloway kicks to Jones. Trying to get something going. Galloway, no good.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Mills in the corner for 3. And Jones pulls it down. Carter on the wing. And it's Johnson that time on the assist from Carter. Johnson's got his second bucket.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a text.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat, up 8 points.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, Chris Paul had a huge first quarter. He had 8 points and 1 steal. And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for San Antonio, Johnson is out there with DeRozan. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 2 spot. Bridges dishes to Crowder. Here's Hayton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on DeRozan.
This guy is such an intelligent basketball player who understands how to read defenses and make them react. Go to work, DeAndre Ayton. You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range, and while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
And this is the power you like seeing from Aldridge, leaving no room for error with that flush.
Booker at the elbow. Ayton trying to break free. No good from Booker.
And Monty Williams said, offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
From 18 feet away, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Paul's got 10 points.
Well, Paul can be consistent from that part of the floor. Defenses should know you can't allow his mid-range game to start cooking.
Moving it up, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Goes up at the stripe, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Boy, we think of Chris Paul as the master of setting up teammates, but when he starts to cook, look out.
Walker the pass to Murray. DeRozan on the wing. Crowder with the steal. Here's Booker. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And it's Ayton missing. Spurs trail by 13. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And it's Murray penetrating. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the line for him here. And he knocks down the first one. A different look now for San Antonio. Hurdle comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Johnson. A lot of talk about receding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other, but ultimately nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
From deep, Gay. Here's Pirtle, up and in on the layup. Pirtle's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
And here's Booker from the arc. He can't hit that time. Now San Antonio takes it the other way.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Gay. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Gay's got his first points of the game. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Phoenix leading by 10. Booker finds Johnson. 20 seconds left in the third. Pass to Payne. 11 feet away. Misses off the left iron. In transition, here come the Spurs. Mills looking it over. It's stolen by Jones. And so it's Phoenix going into the break with a 10-point lead. Looking good at this point. But now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Jay Crowder out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Can't cash in from the high post. Spurs trail by 10. Here's Vassell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Clearly a foul.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Pirtle. And so he hits both. The Suns shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Ball outside. Back to Booker. Down low. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in. Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Johnson right side. Back to Booker. There's the triple. And the Suns miss again.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Passes it to Vassell. Aldridge kicks to Mills. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Just another way Aldridge beats you. As a facilitator, very comfortable making decisions.
Suns moving the ball around. Now here's Booker. He's tightly guarded. 5 on the clock. Stolen by Gay. To the inside. Here's DeRozan. Lays it up and banks it in. DeRozan's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Paul dishes to Crowder. Over Aldridge. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Vassell, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Vassell. Aldridge with it. Defended by Paul. Pass to Gay. To the middle. The pass to Vassell. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Bridges, he's checked in for Johnson. Paul finds Booker. And that one, good.
Well, true to form in today's NBA, as a big man, DeAndre Ayton has face-up ability, and that's critical.
Mills passes to Johnson. Here's Aldridge. He's covered by Ayton. The shot. And the rejection by Ayton. Fires from the line. Out to the wing. Bridges against Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Bridges, no one around him. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Well, with the high release point on Mikal Bridges' jumper, it's very hard to contest. Just a matter of being consistent now.
Shot's good by Mills.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And now Crowder running the floor all by himself. And Crowder slams it in.
What a heady move by Devin Booker. Picks it clean and immediately looks to jumpstart the break.
And Walker kicks to Johnson. Mills passes to DeRozan. And the 3 off target. Suns leading by 7. Paul outside. Ayton with it. Picked up by Aldridge. To the left wing. Bridges against Johnson. High post shot. Rebound San Antonio. 59 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Fires from the wing. That one no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Out to the right wing. Booker looking around. Left side Crowder. Back to Booker. And stolen by Aldridge.
Every second counts now. They can't wait around.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Out in his own on the break. Crowder dishes to Bridges. Trying to get open is Crowder. And there's Bridges on the assist from Crowder.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Pass to Mills. Over to the wing. Lets it go with a three. San Antonio again missing. Here's Ayton. Misses there. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. This was a very strong.